Hello. I am so excited. I am waiting for Facebook to tell me we are live. Hello. I am so excited that you are here. Are you ready? Today is going to be something that I really hope makes a huge difference. And we're going to look at so many different aspects. But if we haven't met before, my name is Faith Christensen. I'm really on a mission to make social media and tech so much simpler, to link us together. Because here's the thing, business can be really lonely. It can feel hard when we're trying to do it on our own. But that's not what we're here for, right? So I'm here to help people to make business simpler, to make social media simpler, right? And to link us all together because I truly have a passion for helping women. My goal is to help 10,000 women to be able to not only hit their financial goals, but to exceed them and to do it with less time behind the screen. I don't know about you, but one of the reasons that I started my business was 100% to have more freedom, I guess you could say, right? To be able to have time freedom, but to have time freedom and financial freedom, right? So tell me in the Facebook chat, have you ever felt like lost on social media? Have you ever hated social media? Hi, Judy, so happy you are here. You've been told to be everywhere, maybe. Like, that's the way to get more eyeballs. You got to be on Instagram. You got to be on Facebook. You got to be on TikTok. You got to be on YouTube. You got to be on LinkedIn. And, like, you're literally overwhelmed. Or maybe you're desperately trying to keep up and you're posting everywhere. But maybe it feels like you're posting to freaking crickets in Ghost Town. Like, drop it in the chat if you've ever felt like that. Oh, my God, Sue, you are not alone, right? But who here also knows that you have a message, you have a passion, you have something inside of you. Hi, Sue. You have something inside of you that you really want to get out to the world. You really want to help people and make a difference, but you need the algorithm to stop tanking your reach in order to that, right? So if you are new and we haven't connected before, maybe you've come in from one of my amazing affiliates. Hello, hint right there. Drop new in the chat because I'd really like to get to know you, to say hi. I genuinely care about people, right? There are some people that are on here just for friend collecting and to hit the numbers and everything, but I genuinely want to help everybody win, right? Everybody deserves to win. So the other thing that I would ask is if you know someone who is maybe struggling with social media, please get them and tag them in this post below because I really truly believe that everybody deserves to win. So I would love it if you could help me to spread this message. So as we're getting started today, what I wanted to hit first is I want to know in the next 90 days, by say the end of March, maybe the end of April, what is the financial goal that you want from whatever you are posting on social media? Drop it in the chat. Do you want to have, by the end of that month, you want to be earning $5,000 on social media? Do you want to be earning, maybe you're already at 5,000 and you want to be earning 10,000? Like, drop it in the chat. And then the next thing that I want to ask you is, if I was to deposit that money in your bank account over the course of the month, how would you spend it? Because it's so easy to write a number on a board and don't feel really any connection. The biggest thing that happens often is we're comfortable in our lives. And when we're comfortable, sometimes we don't have to, maybe work as hard. It's easy to go, I don't want to interact on social media. It's fine. I'm okay, right? So awesome, Judy, $1,000 a week. Perfect. Now, in order to be able to hit that number, we have certain activities that we do on social media, which we're going to talk about in part 3, right? But I want to just expand your horizons a bit, right? I want you to take whatever number you just thought of, and I want you to double it. Double it. And I know that for some of you, that's like, man, it's cool. I can still reach that. That's easy enough. Now, I want you to double that number again. So this is the double. What would that number be now? Drop it in the chat. And the reason that I say this is recently I read a book called 10x is easier than 2x. And here's the thing. When we start to look at bigger numbers, it changes our thinking, right? We have to start, if you don't want $2,000 a week or whatever, then you can give it away, right? Awesome, Libby, $2,000 a week. Judy, $2,000 a week. Fantastic. Now, here's the thing. When we start to get up into looking at earning higher numbers, hi, Leonie, guess what? we have to look at the activities that produces those numbers, right? So if you were going to hit $2,000 a week, what would you need to start? Maybe in terms, because we're talking about social media today, what would you need to start? And we're going to talk about some of the things that perhaps you should start today. What would you need to perhaps stop? Because here's the thing, guys, there are different seasons in our businesses, right? At the moment, from January to like March is my momentum season. It's where you see me redoing my systems if I need to redo my systems. You see me figuring out what my systems for the year are going to be. And then you see me run, and nothing changes until the end of the year. Some of you know the Explode Your Sales Workshop hit a year old. Some of you know that I've been training on social media for years, right? But knowing all this stuff, what are some things that maybe you need to start, you need to stop, and what are some things that are really working for you and you need to continue them, but you need to scale them up? So we've all heard of that 80-20 rule, right? 80% of the results come from 20% of the activities. So what are the highest income producing activities that you can do on social media? And here's the thing, guys, if you have 20 minutes a day, let's just say you're working a full-time job, or you are a mum, or, you know, this is your side hustle, like you only have a limited amount of times a day, and maybe some of those 20 minutes are being done on the dang toilet, right? There are different activities that you do than someone like me or like Judy, for instance, or like I know that Libby works a full-time job as well. So there are different activities that you do in comparison to someone like me who has 3 hours, right? So how many people, though, are teaching you activities that in order to actually achieve all of those things, you would need a full-time VA, or you would need to be full-time in business? Like, drop it in the chat if you've ever heard that you have to do 3 to 6 TikToks a day, and then you have to take them and repurpose them onto Instagram, then you take them and you repurpose them on to YouTube, and then you take them and you repurpose them on to Pinterest. Like, who's found that overwhelming? Like, drop it in the chat. And then tell me in the chat how much time a day or a week, if you're someone who works, toilet is my office. It is for some of us, right? Like, especially if we have younger children, right? Or if you work. I know when I was working and I was growing a network marketing business that I was in at that time, I know that I went to the toilet a lot. I looked like I had a bladder issue, but that's the way it rolled if I wanted to earn extra money in my business, right? So drop it in the chat. How much time a week do you want to spend on social media? Here's the thing, guys. We can outsource having help with our content in terms of the program content. But the thing that I found is the reason that someone like you versus me succeeds on social media is because of you. Some people freaking love Leonie. Some people love Libby. Some people love Sue. Your messages are different to mine. Your genius zone. Hi, Trish Jane. It's nice to see you. Hi, Kate. So your messages are different to mine. Your genius zone is different to mine, right? So it's so important that we all get our messages out there, but understanding that some of the activities that you are being taught right now are not activities for people that you should be doing if you don't have a team. Right? If you don't have a VA, if you don't have a million times a day, because hello, I don't know about you, but I signed up for my business so I could actually have a life as well. I did not sign up for my business to be on social media all day. So if I was to give you a little checklist and you were to tell me, I want to work 20 minutes a day. Here's the thing, 20 minutes a day is awesome. I get it. Some people, that's all the time you have, which is why I asked you that question. For the next 90 days, what might you need to start? What might you need to stop, and what might you need to streamline, right? But if I was to give you a little checklist and I was to say, here, do this, and do this, under 5 things that are the highest income producing activities that match your time goal, who would find that helpful, right? Of course, right? So, and here's the thing, I'm talking quickly about AI. AI is awesome. But I see some people, they're putting AI posts on their wall, and Facebook can read it as AI. So it's important that, well, AI is a freaking fantastic tool, 1,000,000% use it, but you always got to personalize it to you, because at the end of the day, people buy you instead of someone else, right? So if I was going to give you that little checklist, drop it in the chat if that would be helpful for you. That's what my social media sprints does. We have, okay, you're a level 1, you're a level 2, you're a level 3. Here are the trainings for that level, because there are a million things to do that you could do on social media to make it better, right? But there are some things that if you don't have the headspace, like if you're someone that gets overwhelmed, you shouldn't be doing those things, right? Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is I want to talk for a second about Facebook's goal. And every training that I do, I talk about Facebook's goal. And this is not just Facebook's goal, it is any social media algorithm on planet Earth, okay? They are all ad companies. So I want you to think about Facebook as a newspaper, as a magazine, as a TV station, right? How do you get in your face in a newspaper or a magazine or on TV? You have a good story, right? Again, it comes down to you. It doesn't come down necessarily to what you're selling, right? It doesn't come down to your price tag, right? But here's the thing. If you want to advertise on their platform and you don't pay them, so these are things like putting links in your post, and you think you're smart by putting the link in the image, guess what? Facebook can see it too, right? They scan everything. And one of the reasons they scan everything is, how many of you have ever seen people that are hacked? Right? How many of you have seen people that have accidentally clicked on a link and poof, their whole Facebook profile is gone, right? So you think that Facebook hates on you, but that's not the truth. What it is, it's a protection mechanism. It's a case of, well, there are bad people out there that are putting links in posts, and if people click on links, it doesn't go well for some people, right? That's just the truth of it. So we're going to talk about energetics in a second, but if you hate Facebook, well, first of all, you're not going to do well on it. But if you are someone who's putting links in posts, if you're putting prices in your posts or on your images, because hello, Facebook can read that, right? If you're using words like free and sales and webinar and all of these kinds of words that the algorithm knows is salesy, if you're using things like DM me, PM me, you know, those kinds of things, they trigger the clickbait algorithm, because unfortunately the spammers use them too, right? And Facebook will tank you. So we need to learn, how can we be a marketer and sell our stuff, but do it in a way that actually gets visibility? Because here's the thing, guys, you can't beat the algorithm. You just can't. And you can hate on it, you can bitch about it, but you cannot beat it. So you can either work with it, go, okay, so this is Facebook's goals. How can I help Facebook reach their goals? And Facebook helps me to reach my goals. Or you can work against it and you can get tanked, right? That's just literally, if you are doing the wrong thing, there is literally, please don't waste your time, don't post, right? So how do we do it? So my next masterclass is going to be on business pages, because that's something that a lot of people have asked me. But here's the thing about business pages. If you're an affiliate, if you're a network marketer, even for me, business pages are legit a waste of time, because they're how Facebook makes most of its money, right? People putting ads on there. So why would they give you organic reach? They wouldn't. Now, here's the thing. If you are a traditional business owner like me, like I own my own business, or you have a shop down the road, you do need a business page, because it gives you social proof. It proves you're a real business. But it's probably not the best use of your time. And I'm going to show you in another training how you can start to get business pages to work for you. But it's legit. We have to, if we're very time poor, or if you want to grow faster, even if you're not time poor, but you want to grow faster, yeah, you're not the only one, Janine's. And this is the thing, like, I'm here, I give you the information. Oh my God, yes, Elle completely lost her profile last year, and all she did was click on one link. Facebook doesn't want that to happen to you, right? So they're doing the absolute best. But I mean, there's a lot of spammers now. So the number one thing that I want to talk about, now there are other things to it, but the number one thing is your energetics. If you hate social media, if you dread social media, who finds it hard to show up consistently? If you're like, well, the algorithm's not going to show me anyway, what's the point, right? So if you're complaining about the algorithms, right? If you are trying to ignore them, how many of you are maybe half in, half out of your business right now? You'd like to do it, but man, you don't know if you're entirely sure you really want to. I mean, the money wouldn't make a huge difference. Like, drop it in the chat if whatever money you wrote before would make a huge difference in your life. And I know that for me, I really hated social media for a long time. I hated getting on social media. I hated being the person that has to message people and, here, buy my product for $39.95. I legit just got someone this morning who I called out on it because she'd never even tried to say hello before she hit me with a sales pitch. Like, how many of you have had those people in your DMs? And as a result, you're like, oh no, I don't want to be that person. I'm not talking to no one, right? And it happens. But how can we actually start attracting people rather than having to do all of those things, right? So I know that for me, sometimes if you have the wrong people on your list, I know that my newsfeed lowered my energy. I hated it. There were conspiracy theories and there was negativity and people's lives were blowing up. And I totally get it. We all have bad moments. But if you have a bad moment for 6 months, I love you, but I can't have that in my newsfeed because it drags my energy down. So the first thing that I would suggest to you is to look at your social media list right now, to look at your friends list. How many of them have you actually talked to in the last 90 days? Drop it in the chat. What percentage of your friends list, because I know some of y'all are friend collectors, you add people and maybe you never talk to them, right? But how many of them would you say on your list right now you've talked to in the last 90 days? Here's the thing, guys. All business is communication. If you're not communicating, and I don't mean talking to people in your DMs about, like, buy my product for $39.95. Literally, some of you have had me in your DMs and you've talked to me literally because I've answered a story or I've celebrated you for something or I've thanked you for a post that helps me. Our goal is to keep conversations going, right? That's our goal on social media, and we let our posts do the work. So it's so true that literally in a year, in the next 12 months, although we're almost at the end of one of them, your whole life could change. One person who has decided to commit and help others and trust that when they show up and when they're doing all the activities, and there's not many of them, they think it's not many. Social media actually can be simple, but making it more complicated makes it so that people can charge you more money, right? But I want you to just think about how your life could change in the next year if you grew your social media, but you grew it in a way that felt aligned. Right? Yeah, New Year's detox. Yeah, I do that quite often. Yesterday, I deleted 5 people. Here's the thing, guys. If someone's lowering your energy, or if you've talked to them like 3 to 5 times and they've ignored you, like, I don't even get it. I comment on some people's profiles and they never answer me. Do you not want organic reach? Because if someone comments and then you comment back again, that gets you posted to the algorithm. Like, it just blows my mind that some people don't answer. They obviously don't want to make money, but that's cool, right? I know, tangent, guilty of it, right? But you literally can change your whole life in a year. Last year, I was able to book a 3-week international trip and leave 12 hours later. Why? Because I have freedom in my business. Because I know that I can work from anywhere. Because I have systems, right? And you know what? The person that I went to see, I got to spend like a decent amount of time in New York City. And then I went and I worked and I stayed with one of the people that I had met on Facebook here. Like, social media is such a gift when you focus on relationships, right? And connection. Because here's the thing, if you are building a relationship with someone and you're connected with someone, who thinks that you actually get a lot further in the sales department? How many of you actually think that you have to, if you message everybody that you're running a numbers game, like, screw building connections with anyone, who cares? Let me just sell you my product. You don't even know me. How can you legit sell to me if you don't know anything about me? Right? If you haven't identified anything that I need, why would I buy from you? Right? And legit, I was able to stay with this person and see snow and all this magical stuff because I connected with one person on social media. And that person, here's the thing, guys, it's not just about the sales you make from that one person. That person brought me other people. Right? Word of mouth marketing is still the biggest. Hello, Leonie, I'm with you. No spammy Tammy, no Spamela Anderson, right? Word of mouth marketing is still the business. And you have, like, I'm referring people to Leonie. Leonie is awesome at makeup. I suck at makeup, right? Libby, my God, Libby is so passionate about health. Judy's the same. Both of them are passionate about health. Not my genius zones, quite clearly. But when we all start working together, referring people to referring people, guess what happens? When people love you, they don't negotiate the price. When they see your worth, they don't negotiate the price. And when everybody's earning more, they don't need to, right? And the thing that people love you, people are attracted to you. It's not what the content is necessarily. There are so many coaches out there that are talking on social media. They're different to me, and I love you. If they are your person, then by all means go. But if you want someone who legit cares about you, who loves you, where you ask me a question and I freaking answer it, right? Then maybe I'm your person. And that's the same for you. People are buying you, okay? So if I was to say to you that, imagine for a moment that you were to get on social media and you absolutely loved it. You had the most amazing people in your newsfeed. Their posts were inspirational. Maybe their post booty kicked you because you needed the booty kick, right? You see your engagement growing. You see people adding you and referring you like, Judy, oh my God, you're amazing. Libby has referred people to this, right? Who thinks you would start to love it? You have your self-confidence is growing, because here's the thing, guys, as we get results from doing the activity, our self-confidence grows, right? You start to have momentum. People nudge people and they're like, oh my God, look, that's Judy, that's Leonie, that's Libby. They've changed lives. They're helping people, right? Your skills are getting higher. Your emotional state becomes higher, right? They understand that we're all working together to grow. Because here's the thing, no matter what economic environment we are in, the bank can keep raising the rates, the food can keep going up. But if we are all earning more, right, who thinks that it doesn't matter? Right? If we are all earning more and then we're spending it in the different cafes and we're spending it with each other and we're helping each other, who thinks it makes a difference? It does, okay? Guess what? Social media doesn't feel like a grind anymore. It becomes a joy. It becomes fun. You see it as a gift. When I'm on social media now, I freaking love it. I love people. Why? Because, hello, anything that we're selling is a people business. If you love people and you want to make a difference, yeah, sharing is wealth, right? Working together is how true wealth is created. So who feels like, yes, I would love social media if it was like that. If I saw it building time over time, right? If you saw your type of people, not my type of people necessarily, but your type of people were engaging and you saw more comments and you were having more conversations, who thinks that social media would feel so much better? It would, right? But do you see here now? In just a couple of minutes, I can help you to turn on feeling loved, feeling connected, right? And that is a massive thing, to be able to flip your energy. Who thinks that before I went live, I had an energetic system to show up excited, to show up in love, to show up connected? Because here's the thing, guys, drop it in the chat if you have already gotten value from this. And if you know someone who needs it, by all means, tag them. This is it, right? Your energy shows. When you are doing a post for the sake of doing a post, or you're doing a reel because you need to do 3 to 7 of them a day to grow, it shows in the content, right? And when you don't love it, it shows, right? So this is why I created the High Vibe Vault. It's a new thing that literally has just started over the last couple of weeks, because you can have all the fluffy stuff, but I want you to have a growing vault of tools where you're feeling like shit. You don't want to show up. So you jump into there, you pick a tool, you feel amazing, you go live. Or you feel amazing and you write a post. Or you feel amazing and you start talking to people. You feel love for people, because it makes a huge difference, right? So if you want to know how to find your people, we talk about that in the social media sprints, but showing up from a place of love, I genuinely care for people. I genuinely want you to win, because when you win, I win as well, right? If it only is about me making money and me rising, how many of you would feel like shit at the end of that interaction, right? It's a case of, well, I can be transactional, and there are so many people out there that are transactional. They're like, get as many people into it as they can. They don't really care about you. They just see the numbers and they get excited by the numbers. I'm not that person. I genuinely want to connect with you. So part 2, attraction. So attraction is the media part of social media, right? So attraction is your content. Now, like we've talked about before, if you are putting words in your content that's going to trigger the algorithm, legit don't even post it, because you're going to get ghosted, and it's so much harder to get engagement on spammy, salesy kinds of posts. Whereas if I do a post and I'm giving you a bit of a story, I'm talking about we, as in you and me, and the connection that we have, right? And then I'm helping you to see the moral of that story. So I might have gone out, right? I might have booked a trip overseas, and you're seeing all my holiday photos, and that's awesome. I love for you to see my photos. But here's the thing, none of my posts were about me. It's like, oh my God, look at how amazing New York is, but we can make this possible. Using the word we and us is a huge connection tool. Write that down. Me, so my story, we as a community, or us, right? We've been told that you need to be everywhere, and it doesn't work for the majority of people, the we word. Then you can actually explode on social media without having to be everywhere. Guys, if you go check my Instagram, it's ghost town. If you check my TikTok, I'm not there. I hate TikTok, right? But you may be the person who wants to be everywhere. Good luck to you, Linda. If it works well, I'm happy for you, right? Drop it in the chat if you're the person who actually wants to spend all that time trying to create social media content and actually never have time for life and never have time to actually build the connections that makes a sale, right? Here's the other part of it that I think some people forget, that being social is attraction part as well, right? Being social, talking to people, going, oh my God, Judy, oh my God, Leonie, oh my God, Sue, I love this post. You are freaking awesome. Thank you for helping me today. Who thinks that's also attraction part? But the social part, a lot of people forget, because they're being taught by experts to create more content, more content, more content, more content. I'm like done with more content. I would rather do one piece of content that makes a huge bit of difference than do 10 pieces that I'm doing just because I have to. How many of you would feel that? You would rather just do one post that is freaking kicker, that makes a difference in life, that people love, that people reach out to you because they're like, oh my God, Kate, Libby, Janine, Leonie, Sue, I have to work with you, right? But here's the old school spammy way, right? And some people still teaching it. It happened to me this morning, which is why I had to add it in my notes, right? But someone makes a mistake, and I do say makes a mistake, of commenting on your post, any post, and then suddenly they're in your inbox and it's like, boom, here's my link. How many of you have ever met those people? I had one this morning. Boom, join my webinar. I'm like, dude, whoa, hold it, hang on. What? You haven't even spoken to me, right? And here's the thing. Webinar, we all know webinar is code for sales pitch. Like, let's not play, right? And like all of these clickbait things, like DM me, PM me, drop it in the chat, like all of these things, if you're doing it in a post, first of all, you're triggering the clickbait algorithm. If you're saying sales, if you're saying price tags, if you're putting links, if you are, putting, like, you guys know all the spammy things, maybe some of the things you are doing is considered spammy. And you know what? Facebook's like, nope, that's not happening. And they cut it anyway. So what's the point? And here's the thing, guys. How many of you would love to be in my social media sprints program? Because I'm giving value. I'm telling you stories. I'm making you laugh, right? That literally makes a difference, guys. People are not silly. When they want to work with you, they know how it works. They ask you for a link, right? So you don't need to put all that stuff in. In fact, what's the point if it's only going to tank your reach? You're not stupid. Y'all know how to ask me for a link, right? And here's the next thing. What makes you stand out? Drop it in the chat. What makes you stand out on social media from someone else who's doing social media, for example? What makes me different? There are a zillion people right now who teach social media. Why did you join this masterclass? It's because, one, probably someone referred you, right? And guess what that is? Connection. You know, like, and trust someone. Or you know me on social media because I've taken the time to get to know you. I've commented on your stuff. Maybe I've commented on your story, right? Or maybe my content connected to you. I love that, JJ. You're real. Energy. right? Libby referred you. So you see, guys, my energy, which we talked about, because how we show up on social media matters, right? Referrals, people connecting with people and us all joining together, right? And my realism. So I want you to stop and think for a moment, and you probably heard this before, but I want to just take a moment to mention it again. What is your personal brand? What are your colors? What's your way of talking? If you get on a masterclass, there's probably going to be a shit in there, because I cuss sometimes when I get a little bit too excited, right? But what is your way of talking? What is the emotions that you want people to feel when they are on your post? So if you know me, guys, what are some of the emotions that I make you feel when you come to my social media or when you go to my stories? Here's the thing. For me, Debbie, there you go. That's right. So with me, you see me do stories all the time where I'm literally picking up my phone and talking to you. I would rather do that than reels. Me personally, hate reels, don't like it, right? So, but that's me. And this is the thing, your personality matters, because the reason that you choose me over someone else is because of me. And it's the same for you. Exactly. I do freaking see you, JJ, because I freaking care. Libby, I keep it real. Yep. Guess what? Every day is not perfect. Yesterday, I had a mental break. Well, no, actually, that's not true. I was much better yesterday, but $1,000 got spent on my car like that in 2 hours, right? Previously, I would have cried. Didn't cry. Sort of proud of myself for that. And I'm really proud of myself because I knew what was wrong with the car because I've heard it before. But, like, this is what matters, guys. It's me. I'm real. Some days are shite. Let's be honest, right? And then some days are freaking amazing. Like I can get on a plane and 12 hours later, I'm in Hawaii. And then a couple of hours after that, I'm in New York, right? Your personal brand matters. Do you love people? I know that if you're on my list, you probably do, right? But I freaking love people, and I want people to feel that. I want you that when I get on your posts, I love you, and I want you to feel that, because there are so many people on social media right now that freaking hate on people for no reason. So if people can hate for no reason, we can be the freaking nice people on social media. We can be the ones celebrating people. We can be people's cheerleaders. We can be supporting them, right? And here's the thing, guys. If there's someone in your newsfeed that you don't like, or maybe you don't like their content, guess what you can do? You can just keep scrolling. I know, right? Huge social media hack there. Just keep scrolling. Or if it's really against your values, quietly unfriend them. I've done that, right? There are some things that are really against my values, and I love you, and you have your right to that belief, but it's not my belief, and I just can't look at it, right? So it's okay to delete people, right? Kindness costs nothing. Exactly. Okay, so like you see my pink hair. Pink hair, people. Oh my God, it's a huge attraction thing. But if you see my little profile picture dot, it's like this big. You smile. Some people I see on their profile pictures like this. I'm like, oh Lord. Or their profile picture's a dog. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm talking to your dog, right? Your profile picture is this tiny little dot. Make it one that's bright, that stands out, because we have to stand out in the sea of huge amounts of people now. And have one where people can actually see that you're smiling and you're happy and that you care. Friendly face makes a huge difference, right? Like Kate said, kindness matters, right? Now, here's the other thing, guys. Recently, someone who's much bigger in Instagram than me, she put a poll up. 90% of over 2,700 people, and if you want to, I've got the screenshot, right? But 90% of over 2,700 people said they prefer selfies taken on a phone over highly edited professional shots. Drop it in the chat if that makes you just go, right? You can take a real photo on your phone, put some inspirational quote on it, and use it yourself. Here's the thing. I'm noticing in the algorithm at the moment, if you're downloading pictures and highly edited stuff out of Canva, it's not getting the reach anymore, because people want authenticity. They want a photo for you, right? Because they're on your social media, they want to see you. And you know what, guys? If having selfies freaks you out, this is what I do. I literally have 3 different shirts. I start with light makeup, and the makeup gets darker. And every shirt change, the makeup gets a little darker. But I literally go out and for like 2 hours, I might be in a hotel lobby. I might be in a local historic building, which has gorgeous architecture, because you know me, I love me architecture. I might just be walking down by the beach, but my daughter takes a whole bunch of photos, or if my daughter's not around, selfie city, right? And that's what we use. I legit have never had a professional, whatever you call it, because I don't want to waste my money on that. I'd rather use it to go to New York, straight truth. That's my value, right? So people want to see your journey. Here's the thing, it's transformational content over transactional. There are so many people right now that are sharing value. They're like, value this, value that, value, and it's kind of lost in the newsfeed now. So how will you be different? Your message helps you to stand out. Now, if you're like, I have no freaking clue, guess what? In the social media sprints, I did 2 sets of trainings that help you to know who your people are, to know how to find them on social media, because you should not be adding everyone. There are a lot of friend requests. In fact, in the 90-day period between October and December, I declined over 251 friend requests because I love them, but I couldn't see stuff on their profile. I couldn't see who they are. They're not my kind of people necessarily. It's okay to decline friend requests too, right? But it's about transformation. So how can you get people to transform with your content? And that's what this thing is all about. It helps you to sit down, and by the end of it, I had someone who had over 60 different ideas that could be recycled. So it's legit a 365-day plan that you create, but guess what? That plan can be reused over and over and over again, because the post that you posted last year is probably still relevant this year. If you haven't changed your message, like, drop it in the chat if you're getting this. You don't need to be creating new content all the time. Sometimes you just need to say the same thing over and over again. Some of you have heard me say this. Now, for me, I chose to go against the grain. I choose to talk about simplicity. I choose to have a personal touch rather than shoving people into a group and going, good luck, I hope you win by yourself, because that doesn't work, right? All the men in uniform, yeah, they're not for me either, right? Yeah, use your memories, repurpose content, screenshot stories and reshare them again. There's a huge content hack for you if you don't want to be creating content all the time, right? And this is what the social media sprints is all about. It's about giving you an action plan, the how-to that is in alignment with your level, and then getting any questions that you have answered. Hey, Faith, this post didn't get engagement. Why? And I look at it and I can go, okay, well, these are the few things that I would tell you to do. And here's the thing, guys. I don't have a higher social media program. I'm not selling you into the next thing. This social media program is designed to help. Who would love to have a post that gets cricket and you can actually ask me why, and I can go, well, this, and this. Or ask me a question about maybe a sales objection that you've gotten, and you have someone who is extremely experienced in sales help you. Because here's the thing, guys, there are 2 ways to market. You can mass market, which is anyone and everyone, which is what you see on TikTok. I don't know about y'all, but there's a lot of random... I've got Johnny Depp following me on TikTok. It may not be real, but you know what? I feel good because he is, right? But mass marketing obviously requires a budget, because you need people that can help take this video and strip it and bring it into segments and make it into reels. And mass media requires a budget. And here's the thing. You either pay in time or you pay in money. So you're either going to pay someone to do it, or you are going to sit there for long hours behind your computer. It doesn't work for a solopreneur, right? And drop it in the chat if you have ever felt burnt out in your business or overwhelmed with the amount of things on your to-do list. And you may post all that content and it gets crickets. And then you feel depressed, like your message isn't good enough, when it's just not that. Doing post after post after post after reel, and sometimes people still get no visibility, right? Now, there are a million ways to make $1 million. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to spend my life on social media. I love y'all, but I actually want to play with my guinea pigs or build a loft like I did for them yesterday, right? And there are a 5-day challenge that maybe you've heard about, and you sign up and you mean to attend all 5 days, and it doesn't happen. Right? Because life gets in the way. And that's why I created the social media sprint, because it's content that you can jump into at whatever level you are at when you are ready, right? Here's the thing. Some people actually need to slow down the amount of content that they're doing. Yeah, I said that. Guess what? Post less, post better, and then use the time that you would normally be spending to post to go and interact with people, because the biggest pillar in the algorithm is interaction. This is you commenting on people. This is you answering people's stories. If I love you, how many of you have ever seen me just answer your story because I loved your story? Of course. How often do you post? Here's the thing. I can post more often than some of you because I get at least 10% of my audience engaging, right? Some of you are posting. You're breaking the rules, which, hello, if you need to know the 4 pillars of the algorithms, reach out. But you're posting, and those posts are not getting any engagement, so stop posting. Post something that is kick-ass, that has a story in it, that has something about you or someone else's story if it's not your story, right? That has a moral to the message, that helps people to feel, and then use that time to engage and build the interaction on posts. If I told you that I have a social media platform and I get 1 like on my post, how many of you would actually believe I knew anything about social media? Yeah, wouldn't. Right? So if you really want to build social proof, post 1, 2, 3 times a week. If you are time poor, 1, 2, 3 times a week, and then the rest of your time would be engaging with people, commenting on people's stuff, answering. Like I go to, let's say, Janine or Judy. I can go to Janine or Judy's page, I can love on their post, I can engage on their post, and I can talk to other people on their post. Who knows that that is an income producing activity, right? Because that's getting you visibility. Because if I do a good comment, not a "I love this," or a dropping emojis, like people know what you're doing. If all you're doing is dropping emojis, I know you're trying to get me to click on your profile. It ain't happening, right? So if you drop emojis, I'm dropping emojis back to you. But it's not helping you, right? But if I get on Sue's page or I get on Leonie's page and I freaking love on her, I edify her to another person on her post. Like I say, oh my God, Leonie is awesome at makeup. You should totally follow Leonie. I've now built a relationship with Leonie. I'm helping to edify Leonie. I'm helping her to feel amazing. I thank Sue for a post that she put up. She feels awesome. I'm adding value to that post. Maybe I add a little idea that I've had around that, right? Or I'm engaging with something someone else has said on her post. Guess what? It all helps Leonie. It all helps Sue. It all helps Judy, right? Character amount doesn't matter, right? Like, yes, you can do all of this thing. Here's the thing that matters, guys, right? It's the feeling behind it. If I'm just dropping you a thumbs up, do you feel amazing? No. If I'm like, oh my God, Leonie, I love you so much. It may not be 140 characters, right? But I bet you Leonie feels amazing. Exactly, right? So I need to get on with it. I have so many pages of notes, okay? But some people need to slow down the amount of posts that they're doing, right? So I have this lady, Cara, on my Facebook. She's fucking amazing. Like, I'm not going to say anything else. That woman posts once a week. And then the rest of the time, Cara comes onto my post. That woman is everywhere. Right? There is not many posts that I get on where we have mutual friends that Cara is not on as well. Right? She posts a kick-ass post and then she goes out and she engages. Who thinks that Cara's posts get a wicked ton of engagement? Of course they do. Why? Because she does a great post. Then she goes out and interacts with people. People love her because she is the most positive, uplifting human. They click on her name, they come back to her profile, they love on her post, they scroll and see what else she's got. Then because they love her, they click on her link in bio, right? Who thinks that makes a difference? Of course it does. So pen out for a second. I want you to just do a little exercise. So there is a woman that I know. Her name is Alex. She has 75,000 followers on Facebook. She has 5,000 friends, right? So, and on average, she gets about 100 likes. Now, I, on average, get 40 to 50 when I'm being lazy, because sometimes I'm a little lazy, I'm not going to lie, right? She gets on average 100 likes. Very few comments. Now, remember, guys, comments are gold on our posts. Likes don't mean shit. If you want your post to get into the algorithm, you need to have comments. right? Now, you will see on my post what I do. I will go, okay, here's my content. Then I'll go comment with like a PS thought. Oh my God, I forgot this. Or I'll ask you a question. You'll see me doing it on my post, every single post. Why? Because it gets 2 to 3 comments on that post straight away, right? And then here's the other hack around it, okay? When I comment 3 times and y'all snip in the comments, you think I don't know, but I know. Y'all are snipping the comments, and so are your people. They'll go and love heart on those 3 comments. Interaction. Facebook goes ding, ding, ding. Or some people will go and comment on those comments. Ding, ding, ding. Another little point in the algorithm, right? And then some people will comment on the post. I don't care about the number of likes, but you go to my profile right now and you will see the amount of comments I get is insane. Why? Because I'm commenting on y'all. I love you. I'm on your post, and you do the same for me. You come back to my profile and you love on my content, which I love you for, by the way, right? But let's talk about Alex again. So if you get your little calculator out and you go, on average, she has about 100 likes per post, right? Very few comments, so I can't calculate her comments engagement. But I go 100 divided by 75,000 followers equals 0.0013. So I times that by 100 because we want to get a percentage. That means that she is getting 0.13 organic reach on her post. That's under 1% by a long shot, right? Who thinks that this, maybe you might have a lot of followers, but 0.013% is not going to get you sales. It means you have to have more people, right? Now, here's the thing with me. I get on average between 8 and 12%. And at the moment, I have 500 people on my friends list. Those people are people I love, people that I know I can help, and that people who they're fun, right? And I get more reach in terms of the numbers on my list than her. If you want to have a big friends list, you need to be hitting at least 20% of them every month. So if you want to have 5,000 friends, crap, I shouldn't do maths, but let's just say you have to be talking to like 400, 500, 600 people a month in order for Facebook not to have you pegged as a marketer and they lower your engagement. So look at the people that you follow. What is their engagement rate? And it's literally how many likes are they getting on the post divided by the number of followers or the number of friends, and then timesing that by 100. If you're getting under 6% on your posts, and I look at comments because comments is where the difference is made, right? That's like me, too much, not enough engagement. Yep. Creating content, you may love creating content, I love it, but if you want the content to be seen, that's with interaction, okay? So, and here's the thing, some of these people, they didn't start big. Like they started just like us, less people, loyal raving fans. And I feel like some of the experts have lost touch with people. How many of you have ever commented on an expert or someone who's bigger and they didn't even answer you? Did that make you feel good? It doesn't, right? So it comes down to, we can be high touch, high tech, or you could just go for the numbers and pray, right? And let's be honest, lazy social media marketing doesn't work. The next thing that I'll say to you is, are you on the right platform, right? We know that being everywhere is too hard if you're a solopreneur. And most big names, they won't even tell you that they're outsourcing their editing, right? Like Gary Vee, it's not a good feeling, is it? It sucks when you comment and no one answers you. When you ask a question because you bought a $2,000 program and they don't even feel the need to answer your question. It sucks. I'm not going to get on a pony, but it really does suck, right? So Gary Vee, he spends $200,000 a month on content creation. Did you know that? Alex Hormozi, a massive amount on content creation, and you might not have the headspace. I know I don't have the budget for $200,000 a month, and I don't want to, right? And like I was saying, some people, you need to stop posting as much and you need to be building social proof, and that's not possible if you are on YouTube and then you're on LinkedIn and then you're on TikTok and you're on Instagram. Sheer volume of content is not going to grow your sales necessarily, right? And here's the thing, they may buy one thing, but they never buy anything again. You can reach $100,000 with 52 people buying $2,000 worth of stuff in a year. So that means you might sell one thing and then you have something that helps with that thing. by the end of the year, 52 people. Who thinks now you don't need 75,000 followers if you only need 52 people to hit 100,000? Right? So what platform can you keep up with? For me, it's Facebook. Literally on Facebook, I can post 3 times a week or 1 time a week if I want to, and I can do stories, and the rest of my time I'm spending engagement. Makes sense, right? Should your content be real things? Yeah, so it's a personal profile. People are buying you, right, Trish? So when I'm showing personal things, like, y'all know I'm addicted to my guinea pigs. If you watch my stories, you know I'm addicted to my guinea pigs. So I show you real things. That's how I stand out, right? Absolutely. More on your... Exactly. So, yes, show real. If every post is a sales post or just a value post, you're no different from every other person in my newsfeed that's doing that. But my personality, my energy, my colors, right? My animals, I don't show my kid that much because, you know, pedophiles and stuff like that. But these things help you stand out over someone else. And remember, me, we, you, and then the last part of it is them. So me, my story, what we have been told, I like to myth bust, right? What we want as a community, we all want to rise, right? We all want more reactions on our posts. We all want our posts to be seen because we all have different messages, right? And then you, what can the post do for you personally? Here's some tips for you. And then them, the component of them is who's to stop them? Who's trying to stop them? Like for me, I will throw stones at the big experts that are telling you to be everywhere, to just create so much content. I mean, fuck engaging with people. It's a numbers game, right? My guinea fowls, and they are so cute. Exactly. I love that. I love my animals, right? And then the last part, let's talk about action. Now, action is the biggest step, and we've talked about it all the way through. Drop it in the chat if you know what the biggest action is now. Engagement, right? That is, it's the biggest pillar in the social media algorithm, or the 4 of them. Be social. I can't know, like, and trust you if you've never spoken to me or I've never seen your stuff. I won't buy from you if I don't know you and you don't know how to help me, the person, if you're just sending me a copy and paste message. And here's the other thing. It's about systems. I love social media, but I'm not often in my newsfeed, right? I have strategic, on-point systems that help me to show love, but I also have systems so that I know that it makes, like, I have a system that I follow. I do this, I do this, I do this, and then I do this, right? You can't be a Spamler Anderson. You have to have real conversations. You have to have good content, and you can have less content because, like I was saying, all profitable businesses are built on people and communication. So our goal on social media is to get communication started, to get conversations started. Now, that's not going to happen if you spammed people, right? They're going to block you. If all your posts are buy my product for $39.95 and it's here's a link, and like that doesn't help people to get to know you. It spams your list and you're not going to get visibility anyway, right? And here's the other thing. Some people right now don't have the right people on their list. They have everyone, which truthfully means no one, right? So how many people right now on your list, what percentage have you talked to in the last 90 days? I'm going to give you one action step that you can do today, right now, that is going to help you boost your algorithm. I want you to go to your stories. Now, I prefer to do this on my computer because hello, carpal tunnel and a small screen. But go to your stories and start loving on people's stories and answering them or asking them questions or thanking them or congratulating them or whatever. Today, your goal is to start 50 conversations and see what happens, because our goal is just to keep the conversations going. Whether we keep the conversations going in the comments or we keep the conversations going in the DMs, right? Yeah, it drives you bonkers. It's insane. Like, there's no point in doing it. Literally, lazy marketing doesn't get you anywhere. You can't post and ghost. You can't expect the social media ad platform to do all the work for you for free, especially when all you're doing, you're not helping their goals by getting people to stay on the platform, right? Because that's Facebook's ultimate goal. They want you to stay on the platform for as long as you can as long as they can keep you here so that they can run more ads to you. Now, I'm a beta tester for Facebook, and literally there's a new ad placement that's coming up. Some of you may see it, but some of you haven't. We talked about it yesterday in the social media sprints. They're putting more ads in your newsfeed. And this is where, if all you're seeing is ads, my bet is probably you're not engaging enough, right? Exactly, Judy. I gave you that challenge about a week ago, and whoo, it's brutal. Your inbox explodes, but it's fun. Like, the conversations that you have are fun, right, Judy? So you have to work with their algorithms. You have to work with social media's agenda, or you're not going to get visibility. So I'm almost at the end. And I promise to keep it at under an hour, but remember, word of mouth marketing is still the biggest form of marketing. How many of you, drop it in the chat, have ever bought because a friend recommended it to you, or because someone on social media recommended it to you? I will give you the link if you are someone who wants to join the social media program. So the social media program is all about what are the action steps. I'm not giving you fluff. There's no fluff in there. There's literally, okay, here's the thing. What level do you want to be? Search the group, watch the videos on this level, right? That's what the social media thing is about. Now, for those of you who are like nerds like me, or you have more time, there's a ton of content in there to help you to know what to do. And you can say to me, Faith, what do I need to watch? And guess what? I tag you in what you need to watch. So you don't have to go from A to Z if you don't want to. You can go, okay, Faith, I only have 20 minutes a day. What do I need to do? And I'll go this video, this video, this video, watch all the level 1 content. How much easier does that feel? And then when you've watched all the level 1 content, maybe you want to step up to a level 2 or a level 3 or a level 4, whatever it is for you. But it's not a group where you go through and it's like you go through all the content. Here's the problem. Some of y'all are consuming too much content. You're watching this and then you're watching this and then you're watching this and you're not implementing any of it. So my goal is to strip it all and go, okay, if you're a level 1, this is what you do. If you're a level 2, this is what you do. If you're a level 3, this is what you do, right? And there's actually checklists in there. There is a checklist for the algorithm that you can print out and have in front of you if you're that person. There's also little screenshots. Okay, well, you're a level 1 with 20 minutes. This is what you do. And it tells you specifics, right? So again, guys, connection is the biggest thing. Now, if you want to find out about the social media sprints, drop social media sprints in the comments, and myself or the person who referred you, because we have an amazing affiliate program. If you want to help us to share this message and you want to create passive income in your business, we have an amazing affiliate program. Drop affiliate if you would love more information on that as well. But this is what it's about, right? Word of mouth marketing. Building connections with people, because here's the thing, you build a connection with someone, you never know who that person is connected to. One person could explode everything for you because you didn't spam them. That person could have the biggest network and you never knew about it. And suddenly your business explodes because of one person, right? So this is what I'm all about. I am not the person that's going to tell you to be everywhere. I'm not the person that's going to give you overwhelming shit. I'm literally just here to help you go, okay, here's the algorithm. Here's how it works. What time commitment do you have? And I want to talk a second on time commitment. Some of y'all have big goals for your financial things, right? You may be saying to me, well, I want to earn $2,000 a week. $2,000 a week is about $8,000 to $10,000 a month, right? Y'all, I love you, but you can't spend 20 minutes on social media if you want to earn big numbers. Unless, of course, you're very good at sales and you have a high ticket program where you can make one sales and hit those things. If that's not the case for you, guess what? There are periods that we go through where we are spending more time on social media, where we're engaging more, where we're in full launch mode and we're in momentum mode, right? That matters. There are also times where life hits us and we need to just go, okay, I'm going to pause. I'm going to do the bare minimums, right? So what phase are you in your business? Because if you want to earn $2,000 a week, unless you have a high ticket product, it is harder to do, right? If you have a high ticket product and you're good sales, it is easy as crap, right? But if you're someone that who doesn't have a high ticket product, maybe you have a mid ticket product, or maybe you're an affiliate, you need to match your activity level with your income level. Because I know that some people are going to tell you that you can just show up on social media and little miracles and unicorns and butterflies come and you barely have to do anything. But that's just not the reality of it, right? You have to talk to people. It takes time. You have to build connection. But here's the thing. You will be rewarded for the time you spend now. You could be rewarded for years to come. Because Libby, Judy, you've been with me for years. Drop it in the chat. Have you not invested thousands of dollars at this point? Because I care about you, I love you, and I help you, right? But you've been with me for years. So the relationships that you're building now, it might take 30 days to build a relationship, right? Because you've got a super cynical person who's been burnt so many times. But you take the time to build that relationship with people, and no matter what you do, Judy has been with me such a long time. Libby has been with me. Janine has been with me since I was in the foundation, and there have been times where I've pivoted and I've changed, and Janine was still with me. Judy was still with me. Libby was still with me, right? Because like Libby's saying, because I genuinely care. So by all means, if you want to go and join a 5-day challenge and you want to get overwhelmed with the amount of things to do and you want to write notes but you don't want to take action, then I'm probably not the person for you. But if you want someone that's going to say, okay, what is your commitment? What is your goals? Here's how I can help you to reach them. Exactly, Sue, loyalty, right? That is what I'm about. So that is the Attraction Action Masterclass. Drop it in the chat if you got value from this. And if you know anyone that really could benefit from this masterclass, please tag them in the comments. Please share this to your stories. Yesterday, I put up some graphics. If you want to screenshot my graphics and put the link to this, I really want this message to get out there. We do not actually have to work more. And when you simplify, guess what happens? You don't have to. If all you had to do was do 2 posts or 3 posts a week, right? And then get off social media, who would love that? Like you had time. Yesterday, I had time to go to the mechanic and sit for 2 hours while he took $1,000, right? I had time to build my guinea pig loft, right? I had time to read a book. And I had an amazing time talking to each of you because that's what I'm passionate about. I'm here to build connection, and I trust, here's a big thing, guys, you have to trust that the content that you put out will get in the right hands of the right people. Trust that when you are doing the action and you're talking to people, guess what happens? The content will get in the right people's hands, and the people who will love you will buy. People are not stupid. They know how to reach out to you. They will ask you questions, but if you're spamming them, if all your posts are all salesy, they won't. Well, guys, again, if you want to jump into the social media sprints or you want more information on it, drop social media sprints. 100%, Judy, you have to believe in yourself. And if you would love to be an affiliate, that helps me to spread this message because I truly cannot do this alone, right? None of us can. If we really want to get our messages out there, if we're on a movement to help people in some way, which is for me to earn more, work less, and live happy, then drop affiliate in the comments and we will get back to you. So thank you so much for being here today. I went 2 minutes over time, which is actually really good for me. Have an amazing day. Bye for now.